What could be more ambitious than immortality and galactic rule in a galaxy-spanning empire? That's Tiamats Wrath. Stay tuned, coming right up on Drew's Book Reviews. Alright. Welcome to Drew's Book Reviews. Today we're talking Tiamats Wrath. This is the 8th book in the epic, fantastic, amazing sci-fi epic series of The Expanse by James S.A. Corey. But before we get into my review of Tiamats Wrath, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe if you like this type of content. I focus mainly on science fiction and fantasy with some non-fiction thrown in, and I'll even make videos about some awesome TV and movie adaptations for the books that I absolutely love and enjoy. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you like this kind of content. So let's talk about Tiamats Wrath. So this is the 8th book in the series. So again, as a reminder, 8th book in a series, there's going to be spoilers for previous books. If you have not read the series, this is your fair warning. Spoilers up to this book. I'll try and keep my thoughts on Tiamats Wrath as spoiler-free for Tiamats Wrath as possible. As we know from the previous books in the series as a whole is kind of broken up into 2 arcs. The first 6 books are one arc, with the last 3 being a final arc with Laconia, which is one of the colonies that has been opened up by the alien gate to the 1300 system. So Laconia is basically a break off from Mars and the Martian military that found Laconia. They are becoming a superpower, and they are using alien technology that they barely understand to build this fleet of super powerful mega alien warships to dominate humanity. And they want to control the galaxy in this galaxy spanning empire using technology they barely understand, or even don't understand at all. And of course, there's always an inherent danger in trying to utilize technology you don't understand. That is part of the problem that we have with the Laconian Empire that is being built across humanity. Now, leading up to this book, humanity has been basically brought to a standstill. Humanity's home system as Sol and Earth has basically been crushed between the Earth and Martian and Belter militaries, and they have been subdued, and their entire society has been taken over and under control of the Laconian Empire. And of course, there is a group of people who are fighting back, and of course, it is our heroes from the Rocinante with Captain James Holden and Naomi and Alex and Amos and Bobby Draper. All of them are fighting back against Laconia. Now, this has basically brought humanity to the brink of collapse as far as this alien threat that has been going around within this series. Because they're using alien technology, they don't actually know what killed off the aliens that created this technology and were destroyed even before humanity existed. They're playing with stuff they don't understand, and that's what just makes it so dangerous. Part of what helped the Laconians advance was that they had stolen some of the proto-molecule, and they're using proto-molecule technology in order to create these warships that they have created. Now, this story particularly seems to focus and revolve around the daughter of the Emperor. The daughter of the Emperor, her name is Teresa, and she is basically getting to know James Holden, who is a prisoner of the Empire on Laconia. And he is basically kind of utilizing Teresa and his position there to manipulate the ruling class of Laconia and those who are in charge, in order to facilitate the takedown from inside of Laconia. So I'll just kind of stop there because I don't want to get too many spoilers on that. But essentially, we've got these players in the mix. Teresa being the daughter of the Emperor. Now, she is in a position where she's being trained to rule a galactic empire in the event her father doesn't live forever, which her father is striving for that eternity, to be there forever. I love Teresa's storyline. I like the approach to that. And we can really see how she is starting to question everything she's been taught as far as her role and the purpose. And she herself is beginning to feel like a prisoner as much as James Holden is. This is a fantastic story arc that I absolutely love about this story. Overall, The Expanse as a whole has just been a fantastic read from start to finish. I am loving this book series, and if you haven't picked it up, I think that you definitely should, especially if you like science fiction, because this is just a fantastic read. It is so well written. The characters are fun to follow. They are enjoyable to read. You really get a connection with some of these characters. And what I love about the way that this particular arc has been written is, even though you know Laconia is the bad guys, so many of the characters on Laconia's side, you really start to feel sympathy or empathy for. You could understand them. You want them to succeed, and you want them to be successful because of the way they are written. And some of them you want them to be successful because they're on the right side. They are doing what is right, and others are just people in a bad situation trying to make good with a bad situation. And that is something that I love, the way that this is written. And you know, in reality, when it comes to any conflict, we always have this view of there's good guys and bad guys, but each side thinks they're right. And we often don't stop to think about those who are basically just in a position where they're working for the people we think of as bad guys. We don't understand, they're just trying to survive. And that's part of what this is all about, is looking at that side of the coin. What about the people who don't have a choice, that are just thrown into this situation, or conscripted to a cause that maybe they're not fully backing, and they have to just make do with the lot that they're given? And that is also what we have coming from a character named Elvie. She is a scientist for the Laconian government, and she is desperately trying to figure out what this threat is to humanity and how they could avoid the destruction that the aliens that left their technology behind happen to them. That she doesn't want to see that happen to humanity, and she is completely opposite view of what is being forced on her from the Laconian government and military, and her role in this conflict. She is fighting back against this idea that we just need to throw everything at them and destroy them and whatever you can do, because she realized the consequence of that is probably going to be the destruction of humanity. So she's in a position where she's trying to fight back against that. And everything about this book is just so well written. This series is so well written. I love it, and I highly recommend it. I am so looking forward to book 9, which I understand comes out next year, if I'm not mistaken. Although the trouble is I got them all in paperback, so I don't know if I'll wait until book 9's in paperback or if I'll buy it hardcover. Either way, eventually I am going to read book 9. I'm really looking forward to the Expanse season 6 on Amazon Prime, which I'm thinking after the first season of, or the 6th season of the Expanse on Prime, I just might come back and make a video about the TV show itself. Because I am loving the series, I'm loving the books, and I'm loving the TV show as well. And overall, those are my thoughts on Tiamats Wrath. Fantastic entry into the Expanse book series. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend you do so, especially if you're into that science fiction. This is just fantastic. As George R.R. Martin says, science fiction the way it should be written. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join me on my Discord. Join me on the Bookstagram. Links to that will be below, and as always, until next time, keep on reading. Bye!